Hello, this is B. Welcome to my Day Inks 30 Days vlog. Today I'll be swatching days 1 and 2 for this challenge. But first, let me just show you here what I have. These are papers where I wrote down. Let me just see the information because I already forgot. I have my notes here. For this challenge, I've been changing a few things in comparison to previous years. So what I'm going to do, just to recap, I guess, if you haven't watched my video from yesterday, I will be, oh, it's right here. And I will be swatching kind of like random inks here on this lovely Hobonichi. This is one from 2023, I think. Let me just double check. Yes, so this is the English version of the Hobonichi Techo, and as you can see, I haven't really used it except for these few pages in the front where I swatch inks for two other 30 Inks 30 Days iterations. So for this time around, I will be swatching in this format. This is a swatching card, I guess, that I created inspired by an ink journal sheet that I showed yesterday. So the information that I kept is brand, name of the ink, the color of the ink, and then the pen. And this is actually something new that I'm doing for this time around. Previously I just swatched the inks and with a dip pen, and this time around I will be diving into recording more information about each of the inks that I will be trying for this challenge. And so let's continue. So this rectangle here, it's for kind of like a swatch of the ink, and then I will be doing a writing sample. And then I have here kind of like the properties of each ink. So it will be shading, flow, and saturation, as well as sheen, shade, and sheening. And then at the end I have my rating. That's something that I've been doing, I think, the last couple of times, kind of like a rating system, just so that I can maybe continue using that specific ink, maybe from 4 to 5, maybe like inks that I have 4 and 5 ratings. But yes, so I took this from the end of my Hobonichi just to like kind of have like a template. I like having templates just to keep things more I don't know, streamlined and simple to follow. So, and also as a quick reference. So this will be for day 1, and then for day 2, since especially for swatches, inks tend to bleed. Let me just show you. Yeah, even with this Hobonichi, which is fountain pen friendly, you will see a lot of bleeding for most of the inks, as we can see here. This doesn't really happen when you write, for the most part, but when doing swatch cards or swatching sections, then that's when that bleeding will occur. So okay, now that I have that down, let's go back to my system. So previously I used to kind of gather my inks and then pick randomly one, and then I will swatch it just to keep, you know, like that element of surprise. But since for this time around I went over all my inks and swatched them all already, I kind of came out with a system where I have let's see, so let me just move these blue ones here. Okay, so let me just move this here. Okay, so I have this purple section which have 5 themes that that I would like to try. And then here I have inks by color, and this blue pile is for the numbers. So for example, let's say I pick one of the colors and one of them is, like, let's say purple. Then I will pick a number and I divide it between 1 and 8. So we'll be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say. So it will be a purple, and then it will be this one. However, you know what? I forgot the pages. I guess I can do it twice. So for example, if it's a brown, so I will be going by let's say brown, and then I pick a number 2, let's say, so 1, 2, and then another number, and then let's say 7, then it will be this ink. That type of system. And what else? Also for the themes, let me just show you. Where are my themes? I think here. These 2 notebooks have information about my inks, and here here is where I had the layout at first, and then now the categories or the themes that I have here are light inks, and I already kind of like now that I'm thinking of it, I guess I'll figure it out maybe. And okay, let me just explain. So I only have numbers from 1 to A because of the different rows that I have here on my Hobonichi Wix, but here some of them have more than 8 inks in each theme. So maybe what I can do is, let's say if I pull A, I can do A. How am I gonna do that? Let me think. Okay, I figured it out. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing that I tried doing here. So for example, if it's light inks, then I will pick a number, and then it will be 1 or 2 since we have 2 pages, and then I pick another number, and then I will go, if it's 8, then it will be this one for page number 1. And since this has 16, and I think all of them don't have more than, okay, this one has 17. Actually no, this one has 28, but then it will be the third. Okay, I think I kind of figured out how I will proceed with this. So I think this is going to keep things interesting and fun. But yes, so that's the system I will be following for this. Let me just place this here to the side for this challenge. So I also have, and I don't think I introduced my pens yesterday, but I'll show you my little collection of pens. These are ready to be inked. I already made sure I cleaned some of them. And where is the other one? I love these cases. These are from Gilliam Leather, and these are the other pens. As you can see, it's not a big collection. However, I am growing it little by little. These have already ink on them, so if I pick one of these inks, they will be ready. Oh yes, and I have a BT21 patch over here, and then one more. I really like this pouch. This I usually just keep it outside to have it available and at all times. These are my pens for that I use for my planner and some note taking. So these are already inked as well, so if I pick the inks, then I will be having those ready as well. What else? I think I'm set. I have My towels here, these are cloth, and I recycled some t-shirts, and then here is just paper towel. And also I have some water. I don't know if I'm gonna need it. And then a syringe right here, and I think that's it. I also have tea. The allergies are back. So yeah, I think I'm set. So let me rearrange things and then I'll be back. Okay, so I think I forgot to mention that these two have a left and right, since I have two type of groups, main groups, so theme and color. So let's see, I'll pick this one. And it will be the right, no, the right. So it will be by color. I'll move this to the side, and then by color, let's see what color. This one. Green. And these are just, I think, the cold greens, because there is one for warm greens. So I'll keep this here. And now let's see, where are my greens? I think so. These are the turquoise. I wonder if I should mix the turquoise with these greens. I wonder, but these are way too blue, I guess. Anyways, I'm rethinking now. So these are the greens that I have right there. Some of them have to be moved to maybe gray and maybe blue here. Yeah, these are more blue than green, but let's see. I'll skip if they look like another color that it's not cold green. Okay, so now the number. And the reason why I have up to 8 is because for the latest ones, as you can see here, these have 1 to 8 rows, and then these have only 7. Okay, so let's see this one. Oh, there are 2. And I guess this is number 2. Yeah. I don't know how to read my numbers. Yeah, this is number 2. And so it will be 1, 2. Colorverse Aquarius Whispers. Oh, nice. I actually like this system. There they are. Okay, so excited. Let me move these friends to the side. And now in terms of my pen, let's see which pens I have. Oh, I know. I think I'm gonna match it for now with the color. Yeah, you see this lovely Ferris wheel press fountain pen. I think it's the Carousel series, and I think it's petrol green. I may be wrong. I'll try to find out in a little bit. And we are back. Let's find the ink. I was reading that this is actually from the 2024 Colorverse Advent Calendar, and I found it. Aquarius Whispers. It was so much fun inking this. I created an art piece with the swatches for each of the inks for that advent card. Okay, and oh yeah, I checked their website, the Ferris Wheel Press website, and this is actually a Tatler's teal color for the pen, and the nib is a medium nib. I don't know if we can see it there. It's right there. So let's set my pen. Okay, so let's do this. It's been a while since I've done this. There is some water inside. And I try to clean this as best as possible, but I can see a little leftover of the previous ink. It looks kind of like some glitter. And hold on, let me see if I can take that water out. Well, actually, I don't think it's water. Ferris wheel press fountain pens actually have a little I don't know, you can see that ball right there that helps mixing, and I'm guessing they do this because they have a lot of inks that have glitter on them, so this helps mixing the glitter so it doesn't get stuck. Okay, so what was I doing? So I need some space right here. Let me just get that water out better. And yeah, this doesn't have any glitter, but it does have a lovely shading. Okay, hopefully I don't make a mess. Ooh. Okay, I think that's enough. Let me take some of it out because I just need it for today. I don't want to take too much. Oh, that's too little. Okay, right there. And hopefully I'm doing things right, because when I clean my pens, I place them all together and I disassemble them together so they get all mixed. I shouldn't do that, but it's unavoidable. Okay, so this is ready. Let me just place this to the side. I don't want any accidents. Okay, and then for what I tend to do before I actually do anything with a fountain pen after I ink the pen is take any piece of paper. Let's try with this, and then kind of like activate the ink on the pen. This can take a while, so I'll be back. Okay, there it goes. I actually had to open this and then kind of push the ink out, and lovely. So I'm gonna bring you closer and then start inking here using my swatching template. Okay, here we go, and let's start. So I'll write down, should I write down brand or just go ahead with the brand? Maybe I'll play with different types of writing. Brand, and then here name, and then color, and then over here pen. Nice. So the brand is Colorverse, the color is Aquarius, Whispers or no? No space. And I will say that is green. I'm still debating on how I'm gonna label all my inks, because this is kind of like aqua. Let's just do green. Okay, so pen is Ferris wheel press. And then it's carousel. And the color is Taylor's teal. Okay, and now we're gonna proceed to the swatching. And for that, I'm gonna use this mini glass modeler from Dominant Industry, which I got in Korea. Okay, there goes nothing. Should I do a square or a circle? Maybe a circle just to make it easier for me. Cute. And now we have the writing sample right here. While that dries. And let's see. So we have the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Nice. And then I have here how are we doing on shading, flow, and saturation. Let me just see the spacing. Okay, we're good. So somewhere here. So I'm gonna do all caps. So it's shading. It's shading with these. Hold on. Okay, it was good that I check because it's just one day. Shading. Then we have flow and saturation. Okay, so I have a 4 scale rating here. So it will be 1, 2, 3. Oh, barely. Okay, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be like these rectangles. So happy I'm using inks that are I tried before, but that I didn't spend much time with, I guess, and finding more about them. In this case, for example, shading. Let's start with flow. Flow, yeah. In this pen, the flow is great. And saturation, it's not that saturated. Now, in terms of shading, I was expecting more shading, to tell you the truth, just because of how it behaved on my Hobonichi wigs with the dip pen. Let me just show you. You can see there. I even see some red around it. But yes, so I will be maybe okay, I think I like that. And let's move along. And now we're gonna do sheen, shade, and sheening. Okay, so how I'm gonna do this? Let's see. Sheen. Hopefully I'll have enough space. And here is supposed to be a circle, and then shade. Then another circle, and then shading. Oh wow, I barely made it. I wonder if this is too repetitive. I guess. Anyways, so definitely some shading. I guess this will be for the label. I mean, the level of shading, and then this will be, you know, if it actually shades, if it's a shading ink. Yeah. Okay, so lastly we have the rating, and I'm gonna, I think, leave 2 here and then rating. Right there, and then it's from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this is a lovely green, aqua green ink, and even though I like how smooth it is on this pen never disappoints. It may be also the what should I call it, the nib. It's a medium nib, and usually I love medium nibs. Maybe I should include that over here somewhere. Right here, maybe I should say M right here. Nice. So having said all that, I think I will give it a 3. Right there. And we're done. There it is. Is it still drying? Now that I remember, there was also a section on the sheet. Let me just show you. Right here, this is my inspiration. This is what I wanted to show you. So it has a dry time. That's information that I may consider having maybe sometime, maybe when taking more notes. I have, let me show you, this other notebook that has more information about inks that I try. As you can see here, I think there is one where I had dry time. Oh yeah, this one. I was also testing if they were waterproof, so I wrote some more notes. But yes, I think this will be a good system to have, just to see at a glance the different properties that each ink has, as well as how each of them behave with a pen. Yeah, I really love this. And now why don't we go ahead and do day 2, since now I try already the system that I'm following to pick an ink, and hopefully it will go faster. Okay, since we already did by color, I'm gonna place this number back for our rows, and So I think I'm gonna go by theme. Yeah. And what else? And then this, the green is by color, so I'll leave this for tomorrow, and as well as these two. Okay, so I'll just need this. So by theme, let's see what theme I pick. Shimmering, my favorite theme. So it will be shimmering, and let's see. Wow, that's gonna be interesting. So I guess since I have so many, oh no, okay, I just remember. Okay, so I think I figured it out. I have all my shimmering inks here, and I have a total of 26, so we have like 3 pages, or 3, since I have 8, that will be 3, and then 2 left, and then 2 remaining. So yeah, so 4. Where are my pages? So here, let's see. 1, so it will be the first set, and then I'll put it back. 4, so it will be 4, it will be Culver's Iris Nebula. Let's see, that may be either a purple or a blue. Iris Nebula. Oh, it's purple right here. Oh, it has a lovely shimmer right there. I don't know if it's silver. I think it's more like how you call those, that glitter that has like different colors in it. But yes, lovely ink. So let's pick a pen. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this lovely Kaweco sport pen, and I think it will match perfectly with this ink. Yeah. So let's get ready to ink my pen. This pen is a Kaweco Sport Iridescent Pearl, and it's a 2023 limited edition, and I really love this pen. Oh, and it's a medium nib, so which most likely is going to be a favorite of mine, because I love medium nibs. Okay. Oh, and as you can see, definitely there is some bleeding, and it's not even like that saturated of an ink. And there is also some ghosting here on these sections. Okay, so definitely I'm going to swatch on this page, and since this is still drying, I have this sheet. I think it's not a paper onion, I forgot. What is this? Is used for cooking. I forgot the name, but I use here to protect my pages, and I also prepare some sheets. This is just regular printing paper to also kind of like avoid too much wrinkling. I could use also these boards that Hobonichi has. This is a beautiful design, but since the paper is kind of transparent, as you can see the illustration, so I'd rather have like just white paper to help me visualize better the inks. But yes, so I have that, and now let's get ready to ink this. This also has some water in it, so I'll try to take it as much as I can. think that's better. And now, what is the ink? Okay, so it's in this pouch, and Iris Nebula. I wonder if it's a sample. No, that's called Iris, but it's from Tom's Studio. Oh, found it. Okay, that was Easy Color versus Iris Nebula, and as you can see, it has the lovely shimmer right there. And okay, let's place it here. I had a couple of accidents previously. Even with this, I can just like knock it off and then the ink will go flying. Okay, so what I do with these type of inks that have glitter, I try to mix it as best as I can, even especially if I'm using a syringe to take the ink, because sometimes I get too much of the glitter and then that gets stuck on the pen. So I guess the secret is to have like a nice mix of glitter and ink. I just want a little bit. Hopefully that's enough. And if, let's say, I have too much of the glitter, what I do is I wait for this to settle and then I get more of the ink later on. So let's just see how this does. I just have a little bit, and then what I do is also make sure that it goes all the way down there, because sometimes they get stuck over here. They tend to get stuck there. Oh, am I missing something? Oh yeah, here. And this is a sample that I got from Ink Journal. I love Ink Journal to try new inks. I'm still signing for their monthly subscription, so I have to work on the, I think, the March box, but that's another video. So let me get close. Okay, similar to what I did previously. Oh, okay, that was easy. You see there? Wow. Okay. Let me just get my reference. Let me make sure there is a sheet. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm ready, and I'm gonna start with okay. Let's do this. So the brand, then the name, then the color, then the pen. Okay, let's start with that. And the brand is Colorverse. And the name is, I already forgot, Iris Nebula. It's so smooth. I love Kaweco pens. Okay, and this will be a purple ink. And the pen is Kaweco limited edition, and the name is M, and the color of the pen is pearl. Beautiful. Okay, now let's do the little swatch right there. Where is my muddler? Okay, found it, and then right there. It's so beautiful, ashy purple. However, as you can see, it's very transparent, translucent, and so it will be a bit hard to read when writing with it. And I guess if, let's say, you don't want people to read what you're writing, you can use that, because this is, I mean, you can still read what is there. However, it will take some time to decipher things. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. And now let's see the sample writing. The quick brown fox. Jumped over the lazy dog. Right there. Nice. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to see that lovely shimmer. And sometimes what I find is that when I have shimmering inks, the light sections of my writing, it's actually the shimmer. So okay, so let's continue with I think I'm gonna write it down from bottom up. So this will be rating, and then how did I do this? Let's see. So 2. So 1, 2 shading, no, sheen. And then a circle. And then 1, 2 saturation. Hopefully I have a space. Saturation. Flow. And shading. Nice. And then so 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I should start from here. Nor okay. So this was supposed to be here. The good thing that now I have corrector. Now would it work with this page, because this is mostly white in comparison to the yellow pages. Like they're more yellow on the other Hobonichi Weeks, but I guess I'll test it out. So smooth. Okay, so that's set, and then shade. And then sheening. And then the rating will be from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. And I think we're done in terms of setting up our different areas. So okay, so for shading, okay, I will give it a 2, because there is definitely light and dark areas, but it's not that dramatic. Now flow, yeah, a 5, because I mean a 4. Really smooth writing, considering that it's a shimmering ink. Okay, so now saturation, like we said, I think just 1. And then now sheen, no sheen, shade, I guess, and then shimmer for sure. or shining in this case. Okay, now in terms of rating, I adore this ink, but you know what, I'm gonna wait for this to dry just to see how it looks with a shimmer. Yeah, so I'll be back. And it's all dried now. Let's see. Look at that lovely shimmer. Let's see if we can capture anything on the writing. I don't see it. Let me see if I change the angle. Oh, I see a little bit here on these little rectangles, but it's not as obvious as the swatch, which is expected. Maybe these needed to be shaked more. But yes, so nonetheless, it's a lovely gray purple. It's very light though, so just be mindful of that, unless you are looking for a muted translucent ink. This is Colorverse Iris Nebula for 30 Inks 30 Days Day 2, and here it's the swatching using the Pilot Utsushi dip pen right here. So this is how it looks, and if you compare, it could also be the paper, but you see how light it looks in comparison. So definitely when getting samples, try them if you can on the pen that you're thinking on using the ink with. So yeah, but if you, let's say you like the ink, you can definitely use a dip pen for your writing. However, it's not the same as using a fountain pen, of course. But yeah, this is how this lovely ink looks. Let me know your thoughts, like do you have this ink? Do you like to use inks with low saturation such as these? Let me know. But okay, so why don't we see the ink for day 1 right there. This one is also quite light. It does have definitely more shading than this one. Maybe I should update that. Now that I see it all dry, maybe I should have placed 1 for this instead of 2. Maybe I should just leave it like that, because the shading is not as obvious as other inks that I've seen. But I guess we'll find out later, after the 30 days, how they compare. But yes, okay, this is all for today. See you on the next vlog for this 30 Inks 30 Days April challenge. Take care. Bye bye.